those who could not get the benefit of what was discussed. So we welcome all of you. My name is David, and I work with a company called Aguinaldo Ghana Recruitment Agency Limited. This evening's session is to introduce all of you to the process of recruiting nurses and midwives to the United States. To start with, there was a ban announced by the United States government early this year, January, and that ban has been misconstrued. So I want to start by explaining what that ban is. And the best place to go is to the official sources. So on my screen now, I think I should mute everybody. I am muting everybody so that we don't have any interruptions. Okay. So on my screen now, you will see U.S. Department of State. Now in the U.S., the government ministries are called departments. So if you go to the U.S., you're looking for Ministry of Agriculture. Its equivalent there is called Department of Agriculture. And the political head of that department will be a secretary. So in Ghana, the political head will be a minister. Its equivalent in the US is secretary. So Department of Education is Ghana, our Ministry of Education. Department of Health is Ghana, our Ministry of Health. Now, Department of State or the State Department is Ghana, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So the official government communication mouthpiece relating to visa and visa-related matters in the U.S. is the U.S. Department of State. And I'm going to read what the ban is about. So it says, immigrant visa processing updates for nationalities at high risk of U.S. public benefit reliance. Basically, the United States government has something they call public benefit. These are benefits available for U.S. citizens to take care of them when they are broke, so to speak. So if you are not working, the government has some welfare program to give you some money for your upkeep. They have food stamps to give you some food for your upkeep when you're out of job and you are not working. And this is what the US government is saying immigrants are abusing. So I'm reading this. It says, President Trump had made clear that immigrants must be financially self-sufficient and not be a financial burden to Americans. The Department of State is undergoing a full review of all screening and vetting policies to ensure that immigrants from high-risk countries do not unlawfully utilize welfare in the United States or becoming a public charge. Effective January 21, 2026, the Department of State paused all visa issuance to immigrant visa applicants who are nationals of the following countries: So in total, there are about 75 countries, and there's a whole list of it. And Ghana is also part of it. Okay. Now, so what does this mean? Let's come down here and read frequently asked questions. What happens to my immigrant visa interview appointment? Assuming you have an immigrant visa interview appointment now and there's a pause, what happens to it? It says immigrant visa applicants who are nationals of affected countries may submit visa applications and attend interviews, and the department will continue to schedule visa interviews. But they have mentioned there is a pause. So what is the meaning of that? Then they say, are there any exceptions? Dual nationals applying with a valid passport of a country that is not listed above are exempt from this pause. So there are people with dual nationality. So let's say you are a Ghanaian and you also hold a UK passport. What it means is this pause will not affect you by virtue of holding dual nationality. Then it goes on, children being adopted by Americans can qualify for an exception, including a national interest exception pursuant to Presidential Proclamation 1998, if applicable. These American families should continue the normal adoption process. They should submit visa application and attend consular interviews. They do not need to take other additional steps to be considered for a case-by-case exception under national interest exception. Okay. Then it goes on. Does this affect my current valid visa? No immigrant visas have been revoked as part of this guidance. For questions regarding admission to the United States, refer to DHS. DHS is their Department of Homeland Security, like our Ministry of Interior. Does this apply to tourist visas? No. This pause is specifically for immigrant visa applicants. Tourist visas are non-immigrant visas and are not affected. Okay, so one thing is clear. Despite the pause, during this pause, the United States government says they are streamlining, undergoing a full review of all screening and vetting policies to ensure that immigrants from high-risk countries do not unlawfully utilize welfare in the United States or become a public charge. Now, so one thing is clear. During the time of this pause, visa applications are going on normally. Visa interviews are going on normally. And the Department of State, this Department of State, continue to schedule visa interviews. Now, to get a full picture of this, I need to go back slightly and actually give you a hint of the processes involved in getting an immigrant visa to go to the US. And then you will begin to appreciate what it means when they say there is a pause. And if there's a pause, at what point does this pause take effect? Does the pause means the entire process of a nurse, for example, migrating to the US is paused, or an aspect of it is paused. Now, this brings me to why we are here today. On your screen now is a green card approval for one of our applicants. So you see the United States of America, I-797 Notice of Action, Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. This has a receipt number, a received date. In other words, the date we filed this application for this particular applicant. This applicant is Ankra Edward Kwabena, a Ghanaian nurse. We filed his I-140. This, what you see, is called I-140 approval notice. And it is a filing we do for all nurses once they pass the NCLEX exams or the appropriate US nursing exams. So any of you here, if you pass your NCLEX exams today, will file, will petition the United States government for you for your green card. And when your green card is approved, you'll get a notification like this. I want you to pay attention to the notification and the date. So here, receive date in the US, when they are writing the date, the month comes first. So receive date 09 means September. So September 19, 2025. We filed this I-140 for this applicant on September 19, 2025. Then there's what they call notice date. That is when it is approved, they send you this notice. And the approval date is January, 01 is January 14, 2026. Just about the time the US government was announcing a ban on 75 countries, including Ghana, who were receiving approval for our green card applications we filed for our nurses. Now, you see United Nursing Services. This is the company business when eventually he gets to the US, is going to work with. And below, care of Bedford Crystal A, Winterston Patel Law Group. Winterston is the law firm we use in the US. They are based in Chicago, Illinois, for all our filings. So we have a law firm, a dedicated law firm that do all our filings for us in the US to make sure nothing goes wrong. So we filed in September 2025, October, November, December, January, 14 January 2026, 4 months, the approval came. So you see what we call priority date. Now, priority date, and this is where I want you to listen carefully. A priority date is a date that will come, and this nurse will go to the US Embassy and have an interview for his visa. So as soon as with the US system, as soon as you pass your NCLEX, and then this I-140, so you see case type I-140, immigrant petition for an alien worker. You file I-140 for your green card. The date date is assigned to you, and that date is called priority date. That is the date you will go for your visa interview at the US Embassy. Now, in 4 months, the I-140 was approved. Now, when the approval comes, there's something here I just want to read briefly. The above petition has been approved. We have sent it to the Department of State National Visa Center, 32 Rochester Avenue, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and that is the zip code 303801. National Visa Center processes all approved immigrant visa petitions that need consular action. It also determines which consular post is the appropriate consulate to complete visa processing. The National Visa Center will then forward the approved petition to the consulate. This completes all USCIS action on this petition. You should allow a 30 days, if you allow a minimum of 30 days for the Department of State processing before contacting National Visa Center. If you have not received any correspondence from the National Visa Center within 30 days, you may contact the National Visa Center by public inquiry form, so and so. Okay. So once your I-140 is approved, the next step is this organization, this government agency, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, which is shortened as USCIS, will forward the approval to National Visa Center in the U.S. This National Visa Center now finds your home country based on your passport. And then they will send this approval notice to the consulate or the embassy in that country. In other words, this applicant's approval should be at the U.S. Embassy in Accra and now. Now, it is at this point, and I want you to listen carefully here, it is at this point that an applicant is scheduled for his or her visa interview. And the scheduling is done by the embassy. You don't do the scheduling. The visa we're getting you to go to the US is not a visiting visa where you must go and struggle and find a visa appointment date. No. You will be scheduled by the embassy. You'll be there, you receive an email. So and so, we have received your I-140 approval, and we are scheduling you for your visa interview on this date. They will normally give you 3 months ahead of the date. They will tell you, go to this facility to do medical examination, bring the results when you are coming for your visa interview. And your visa interview does not take more than 5 minutes. Because before you go for this visa interview, you would have written and passed the NCLEX. They would have taken all the documents they need. If you are married, your spouse details, your children's detail, all of them, all those who want to travel with them to the US, they would have taken everything and then submitted it to the embassy. So the embassy has every detail on you already. You go for the interview with all the documents, they ask you to bring the physical document. You can also schedule and go for the interview as a family if you are married and you have kids. The interview is done for all of you and you get the approval. And now suffice to say, your family, your spouse, your children, all of them also get the same green card as you. Same green card. And you all go to the US, relocate, and live for the rest of your life in the US because this is a permanent visa, a green card. Now, it is that interview, this particular interview that will be scheduled by the US Department, Embassy, the US Embassy. That is what they are talking about here. So I go back to the US State Department, the pause. You will go for your visa interview as normal. The department will continue to schedule visa interviews. But during this time, when you go for the interview and you pass, normally this is what happens. When you go for the visa interview and you're passed, they take your passport and your family's passport. They will tell you, go in 2 weeks' time. They will send it by DHL to an address you prefer. You will indicate the address where they need to send the passport. In 2 weeks' time, you'll be there. DHL will call you, Mr. So and so, we have your passport. Please come, an ID card, and come and take your passport. You go, mention your name, show your ID card, you take your passport, you open it, and your visa is stamped in it. Same for your families. Okay. Now, this time, during the time of this pause, when you go for the visa interview and you pass, they retain your passport, all right, but you're not going to get it within that 2 weeks period. They are going to hold on onto it until they have finished this review of vetting and screening policies. And then they will send your passport to you, and then you can fly to the US. So for the avoidance of doubt, the processes like preparing to write the NCLEX exams, booking for the exams, and preparing to write the NCLEX exams involves doing credentials evaluation, doing fingerprinting and a criminal background check, registering with a board of nursing. No board of nursing has been banned. Registration is ongoing. As we speak today, people are taking the NCLEX today. People took it last week. People took it last month. People are going to take it the whole of this month, next month. NCLEX process is ongoing. Pearson VE registration, everything is ongoing for the NCLEX. Nothing has been stopped or banned. The only pause is when you are scheduled for the visa interview. You go for the interview. After you pass, you hold on to your passport. And when the period of the pause is over, your passport is sent to you and you fly to the US. Very simple. Okay. So this is actually the true story that had been misrepresented as a ban all over the place. Okay. So now that that is cleared, let's come back to the business of the day. So please be clear in your mind the whole process to relocate to the US. It's a whole lot of processes. Okay, it's a whole lot of processes. And the only part that has been paused is when you pass the visa interview. Instead of you getting the visas within the 2 weeks, you'd have to wait a little longer until the pause is removed. They send you your passport with your visa and you can fly to the US. All right. Now, as nurses, graduates of Goaso Nursing and Midwifery Training College, I want to show you what is involved in relocating to the US. It involves several steps, and we are going to guide you every step of the way. All those that are interested, we're going to help you every step of the way. As long as you graduated from Goaso Nursing and Midwifery Training College, we have had engagement with the management of the school. In fact, last year, around October and November, we visited your school and we met all the final year students. Over 300, 400, I think 600 of them in your great hall. And we did the same presentation to them. It doesn't matter if you completed nursing school just last year, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. It doesn't matter if you don't have any experience at all. There will be time for that. Okay. In fact, if you just recently graduated from nursing school from Goaso, you are the right applicant we are looking for. The NCLEX exams is super tough. You need people who have the nursing knowledge fresh in their minds to be able to prepare quickly and take the NCLEX and pass at one sitting. We've been recruiting nurses over the years, and we have realized that nurses that have a lot of experience, they've been practicing 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years. Nursing practice has changed. Nursing knowledge is evolving. What they know is in the past. And they go to the NCLEX, they keep failing. They have to take it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. We have seen that among the badges we recruit, we prepare to go and take the NCLEX. Freshly graduated nurses, those who have just finished their rotation, those who are even yet to start their rotation. When we take them to the NCLEX, they just pass like that. It's easy for them to pass. And we believe it is going to be easy for you to pass because you are a recently graduated nurse. We are also aware most of you are not working because you are waiting for your posting. That in itself is an added advantage. It gives you time to sit and study, which is a key requirement of the NCLEX. Now, where do we start from? We need to start with credentials evaluation. For general nurses, we use CGFNS to do your credentials evaluation. We are going to help you complete the application form and everything that comes with it. We will take you through all the credentials evaluation processes for general nurses. Whether you have a degree in general nursing or diploma in general nursing, you qualify to take the NCLEX. Register you with CGFNS, go through the application process, get everything done for you. We have also arrangement in place to facilitate when you finish the credentials evaluation. There will be forms given you, one to the nursing school, in this case, Goaso nursing and midwifery training. We have arrangement with them to facilitate them validating the transcript to CGFNS. And then another form you take to NMC for your license foreign verification. Have arrangement there to also facilitate the process for you. Some or most or all of you may need clearance from the Ministry of Health. Don't worry about it. We have arrangement to help you go through the clearance process easy so that everything will be done in time for you to be able to get the credentials evaluation report done. After the credentials evaluation report is done, we'll next register you with New Mexico Board of Nursing. And the application process, everything regarding New Mexico Board of Nursing will take care of that for you. We'll do all the application for you so that everything will be done in time for you. Not have any errors, you don't make mistakes, you don't throw money away. So the New Mexico Board of Application, you do it. As part of the board's application, you are supposed to do fingerprinting for criminal background check. We have the criminal We have the fingerprint form. We have all the fingerprint forms from the FBI we use for our nurses. You don't need to buy anything. We buy everything for you. We take you to the police in Ghana, the appropriate police. We have been doing it with the Ghana Police Service. We have arrangement where you go, same day to be done for you. You get the fingerprinting done same day. They can print the cards and then it's posted to the US for you. The criminal background check is done. Then all the other requirements will be fulfilled and your authorization to test will come. Of course, the Pearson BUE application will also do that for you so that your authorization to test will come. And so your focus will be on NCLEX class. We have a robust NCLEX class in both online and in person. You will make a choice which of them is convenient for you. We have the online version. If you are somebody who cannot make time to come for in-person class, you can join the online. The in-person class takes place on KM University campus. So if you can make time and come to KM University, we'll have the class in person for you. Otherwise, you can join the online one. So whilst all the administrative work is going on, credentials, evaluation, fingerprinting, New Mexico Board of Nursing application, all other application is going on. We also have the class ongoing. You join and you prepare adequately. We're going to provide all the books, all the class, all the question banks or Q banks, so they have questions, past questions, similar questions to practice. We have a system of training our nurses where as you go through the training program, there are a series of tests, assignments you'll be doing. And when you begin to get a particular score, we know you are getting there. So quickly, we schedule you, you go to take the exams. Now, for our agency, we have all these years been flying all our nurses, prospective nurses, for the NCLEX, we fly them to the Philippines. We fly them to the Philippines because we have the same agency, Aguinaldo agency from the Philippines, in the Philippines. And it's been recruiting nurses there the last 30 years plus. And so we fly our nurses there. They're going to spend a minimum of 1 month, sometimes 2 months. The previous badges, they have spent 2 months and over, a maximum of 3 months, but 1 month, 2 months for final coaching, preparation, and then the Philippines had 2-3 exam centers for NCLEX. So we schedule you there, take the exams there. When you pass, you come. When you pass, you come. Then we begin the petition, the filing for your green card, which I have shown earlier. It goes through a process, the approval comes, and then you go for the interview at the US Embassy, and then you fly to the US. This is a great opportunity for all you nurses who these days, when you complete nursing school, there are no jobs. The government itself is struggling to get you jobs. And that is why, if you have heard, some of your brothers and sisters have to go to Antigua and Barbados to do some nursing jobs there under the auspices of the Ministry of Health. The ministry does not recruit people to the US. The ultimate destination country for every nurse around the world is the United States. Those who travel to Saudi Arabia, to Ireland, to UK, to Canada, the final destination is always the United States. They all end up going to the US. And we here gives you the direct link to the US. Now, the job, the filing process, once you've passed the NCLEX today, we sponsor everything 100% for you. Once you pass the NCLEX, we sponsor everything 100% for you. The part of the cost you are going to bear is that cost involved in you taking the NCLEX. The credentials evaluation, the board of nursing application, the fingerprinting, you will take care of that. But it's not plenty. It's small. You can pay it small. So what we do is, well, it is credentials evaluation. We will do the application together with you. You see the cost, gather some money, you pay for it. It takes about 3 months for the credential evaluation is done. Then the next one, fingerprinting, it's just about $60. It's about 600 or 700, maximum 800 cedis. Then so the others are small like that, scattered over a long period. That makes it easier for you to go through them step by step. And crucially, meanwhile, you are preparing to take your exams. You are attending classes, you are doing your assignment, you are preparing to take the exams. Remember, I said it does not matter if you have experience, nursing experience or not. It does not matter. In fact, those who recently graduated from nursing school and passed your licensure exams, you are the nurse we are looking for. We are looking for thousands of nurses like you to be recruited to the US. All right. At this point, I want to pause. Do you have any question, any comment, any concern at all? I am unmuting you. I have unmuted everybody. If you have any question, any comment, the floor is open for you. If you have understood everything, it's even the best. Do you have any question, any comment, any concern, any worry at all?
Hello. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. If I want you to tell us maybe the overall cost the person will pay, so that the person can be aware that maybe this is the money me or my family will spend aside the one the board will take care for you.
Well, okay, good question. So the overall cost when it comes to the exams comes to about $1,500. That goes into specific things, credentials evaluation, registration with the Board of Nursing, Pearson VUE, paid twice there, scheduling you for the exams, your ATT, so on and so forth. So the direct cost into the exams comes to about $1,500, not more than that. But this excludes your air ticket. The air ticket varies. It depends on the time you are booking. If you are booking a flight today, the price will be different from if you are booking tomorrow, if you are booking the next day or the next month. Okay, so without the ticket, it is about $1,500.
All right.
Is there any other question? Okay, I believe we don't have any other question. If you have any question, we'll encourage you to post on the page, the WhatsApp page where you are, and we'll continue to engage all of you. We're going to post a link. We shared a link through the various the course reps as much as we can to help those who want to start to enroll on the program. It's an online link. A number of you have done it. We thank you. From next week, we'll start engaging you and start the process for you. But those who are yet to do it, we'll post it on the page, and then it's just a link. You click on it, it take you to a Google form, you fill it out, and then you submit, and that's it. Then somebody will engage you and start the processes with you. It's the US process is a little slow. Every step has a check-in that you can see what is happening yourself, and you can ask questions and engage the process. We thank you so much for finding time to join this Zoom call. Thank you for coming. Good evening and good night to you all.